You know, this channel was started because my camera, I finally figured out how I could record and keep the audio in sync. One, because I wanted to do this a long time ago. And two, because I wanted to show people on YouTube what it's like when you're alone all the time and you have no friends. Unfortunately, me sitting in my car may not do a great job of that. But you can see I'm never with anybody. I don't have anybody. And the only way to truly prove that, I guess, is to record 24/7. I don't have the capability of that. Taking into account that I wouldn't never ever put myself out there like that. That said, the problem I'm having now is I got to get real with myself and understand that doing this is just never going to accomplish what I thought I might be able to accomplish. Donnie Miller has been at this now for over 2 years and he still hasn't met anyone or found anyone. What is the likelihood that I am? Okay, the goal of this is maybe, just maybe, someone will see this guy sitting here talking out there in YouTube land, out there in this world, and say, hey, that guy's had a hard life, that guy deserves a break, and I'm gonna give him that break. You know, maybe there's somebody out there, some female, and that's the goal of this. The goal of this is to try to meet somebody and fall in love. They say that there's somebody out there for everyone, but we're in the age of the internet, and the best way to find that person is, in my opinion, through the internet, because the odds of that person being in your local town are slim and none in this day and age. Maybe back in the olden days, and still there may be a few people today that meet in high school and get married, but the divorce rate is so high that that just doesn't work, and I think that's because they were in each other's lives since they were young, and they get tired of each other faster. In my opinion, you wait till you're older and you don't, you know, I mean, look, trust me, I wanted to fall in love when I was young, so I'm kind of going against what I've always believed. But now as I've thought about it, I'm thinking that maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because maybe by now we would have been tired of each other. Because unfortunately for me, I don't think that would have happened with me, but I believe that, you know, the other person might. You know, because when you get together so young, you get, feelings may change. Who knows? You might have got with them young because it was the hot, fresh thing to do, and as you get older, you don't want them anymore, and so the divorce rate, thank God, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. So I know that goes against everything I've always believed, but maybe there is a reason, and I'm trying to hold on to the last little ounce of hope that I have, because I don't have much. And what I'm trying to do is to possibly get out there through these videos and maybe, just maybe, meet that soulmate that's out there for me. Is that bullshit? I don't know. And, you know, first and foremost, I need to apologize for my language in the last video and in the language that I just used. I said the F-bomb quite a few times when referring to a TV show that is popular called The Jersey Shore, because that disgusts me. And unfortunately, I have to realize that some people may not approve of that language. Flat out honest, I use that language and I have all my life, but I can learn not to if, you know, if I have to. Okay, now after the apology, I'll back on to the soulmate issue. You know, maybe after all these years, maybe it's a good thing. Now that I'm a little older, grown, wise, and been through all the hardships that I have, maybe that's a lesson learned, and maybe, just maybe, that would help me if I was to ever meet that soulmate. And because of the age that I am at now, and the fact of the matter is, life is, you know, there isn't much life left for me. You know, I've already lived over 40% of my life, more than likely, so, you know, that 60% or so left that I could, and you never know, we're not guaranteed tomorrow, so you never know when you're going to die. But, you know, in all likelihood, I would be able to enjoy my golden years, as they call them, with someone. I would enjoy that so much. And I'm only 30 years old, but I like to think that time is running short. And again, I try to hold on to the last little ounce of hope I have that some girl out there will be on YouTube that's lonely like I am and be looking for someone and say, hey, this guy, I like what he's saying, and he seems to be genuine, and he seems to be true, and he puts his feelings on his sleeve, and all he wants is a chance, you know. And who cares if we live apart? There's ways around that. You get to know each other through video, and then you get to know each other over the phone. And I'm a firm believer you can get to know somebody that way. I don't think you need to be around somebody all the time to get to know them. This is a new age, you know. I know a lot of people, and it even happened to me. Meet people I've met 4 people. 3 when I was younger, between the ages of 16 and 18, which I described in other videos, and then the one most recently in 2008 that were not genuine. But I guess I didn't pick up on it. But through those experiences, I like to believe that if that ever came across again and someone actually did start talking to me, that I would be able to root out if you were true or not. And just through those experiences, you know, that I had. And, you know, I know I'm a little naive to think that there could be somebody out there that could be trying to pull me again and play around and crush me because they have nothing better to do with their time. You know, so I understand that as a very big possibility since it's happened 4 times. So my success rate, my batting average is 0.00 in meeting people off the internet. But again, this is when the internet was still young in 98, 99. And then in 2008, okay, the internet had progressed, but again, I was a fool. I was so lonely. And yes, I'm so lonely now, but again, through those experiences, I don't think I'm going to let it happen to me again. How can you not like love? How can you not want love? You know, I could care less. If all I had was a girlfriend to tell me that she loves me, to hold my hand so I can walk around and actually go out places and be honored to have her with me, no matter what. No one can take that from me. I would be very honored. I would be very privileged to show her off. And for her to actually be willing to walk beside me through my ups, through my downs, love me when I have nothing, which is right now, and love me hopefully when I do make something of myself, would be the greatest honor in the world. Because I would love more than anything, if you can fall in love with me when I'm at my bottom, then that means that you're true and you're genuine, and I'm at my bottom. So if you're willing to take a chance and fall in love with me at rock bottom, then that means that our relationship would be stronger based on that, and the success rate would be very, very high, because the worst thing in the world that could happen was to meet somebody and everything is nice, and then all of a sudden something were to occur. That would be devastating. I am looking for, I'm going to be blunt, and I've said this before, I want someone old-fashioned. I want someone, if there's anybody out there that's still old-fashioned, you know, that believes in sticking through thick and thin until it's absolutely impossible. And what I mean by absolutely impossible is, and this is not going to happen because I don't believe in it, but, you know, you're arguing and you're fighting every day, you know, and there might be a little bit of a verbal abuse. I don't believe in any of that, so I don't think that would ever happen. And I would never, and I know I can't predict the future. Those are things I don't believe in. I believe if there's an argument arises, you find your way to settle it. You come to an agreement. When you're in a relationship, you are supposed to give and take. You know, you're not always going to have 100% of the same interests and likes. You've got to understand, and you've got to accept, hey, I'll do some things that I may not like, but you do because I love you, and you'll do the same for me because we love each other. And that's a lot of issues in relationships. People don't want to give and take, and hell, I ain't never been in a relationship, but I know that. You know? I'm not stupid. It's just no one's ever given me a chance because I'm a 270-pound fat piece of shit that's ugly as hell. That's why. That's why no one's ever given me a chance. It's not because of my heart, because no one ever wanted to look inside to my heart. And if you did, you would be surprised at how nice of a guy I really am. And all those girls and all those years that I tried, and all they would do is reject me and call me ugly and tell me that they couldn't be seen with a guy like me without even getting to know me was just, it's horrible. how that could happen to a man that all he ever wanted in life was love. And I'm sorry for tearing up, but you want real, you're gonna get real with this channel. I'm not no bull crap fake person. I'm putting my feelings out to the world in hopes that maybe my dream of falling in love will come true, and this is the last hope, the last resort, the last gasp I have, because I have tried it through real life and I have failed, and now this is my only outlet that I have left, that I have not, that yes, I've tried but have not fully stuck with. And it's hard for me to even say that I want to stick with this channel, because I just want to quit doing this. I'm not gonna lie. But there are subscribers, and there are people that comment out there that actually, I guess, appreciate what I'm doing, or maybe, I don't know if you feel sorry for me or what, or just enjoy hearing me talk. I don't know. You know, I wanted to close this channel because doing these videos do make me depressed, because, you know, when I wasn't talking to this camera and to the YouTube community that follows me, you know, this was all pinned up inside and I didn't get it out. Now I'm getting it out, and it starts to get me a little more depressed as I talk about it, because a lot of these things are stuck up in my head and I don't discuss them. You know, I talk about them, yes, with my counselors and all that stuff, but this is on a daily, not a daily basis, and I apologize for that. I just cannot do this every day. I cannot come here and make a video and put my feelings out every single day. I just can't do that, because as you see right now, I'm teared up, I've cried, and it just hurts, you know, it really does. But I'm going to believe in the fact that there's somebody out there for me, and somebody will find me. Somebody will find my videos, and they will find me, and hopefully we'll click, and there'll be love, and maybe my soulmate will find me. I'm gonna have to go forward believing that, you know. So I'm not gonna quit this channel. I'm not gonna give up just yet. And speaking of that, if you just heard that sound, that is a message from my phone that I have an appointment coming up here at 12:30, but it's only 11 o'clock. So I guess I set myself to my phone to remind me of that. But anyways, cigarettes are no good. I don't recommend smoking to anybody. I don't know if I've said that before, but I would love to quit smoking, but right now, you know, my anxiety gets up and I get really depressed. A cigarette calms my nerves, so that's why I'm doing it. That's really the only reason I smoke now. When I get really super depressed, it calms my nerves. So I apologize if my cigarette smoking offends anybody, and I hope it doesn't turn you off, because I could throw these cigarettes down. I'm pretty sure I could. You know, it's something, because I'm only smoking 3 cigarettes a day, so